What's going on, folks? Back with another episode of Mystics Outlook. And yeah, if you've been following along, yeah, it was a tough day at the office, man. Mystics fall to the fire, 75-56, and a tough one. 2 game winning streak, obviously snap. Wilson, right, my fault. Well, what are your impressions of tonight's game? Started off rough and ended rough.
Yeah, that's basically it, man. They couldn't throw a rock in the ocean all night. You shoot 29% from the field and have 20 turnovers. You're gonna lose by a dub. That just is what it is, man. There's no amount of other boxes you can check to overcome those deficiencies. And they're in the usual places that they dominate. Portland kept pace with points in the paint. Both teams finished with 34. But Portland capitalized on the Wizards. I'm sorry, the Mystics 20 turnovers, and they scored 22 points off those 20 turnovers. In a game when you're not shooting well, and you giving the ball away at a high rate, and the other team is converting, that's just a comedy of errors, man, that they just couldn't overcome. They never could get anything going. Shakira, she finished with 19, 9 and 4. She had a decent game, but yeah, nobody else brought anything. On the Portland side, it was it was pretty much done by committee. I mean, they shot 43% from the field. It's not like they were setting the world on fire, but in comparison to the Mystics, that was more than enough to get the job done. And we know they get up a lot of threes. They still didn't shoot particularly well from three either, 10 for 36. But it, like I said, with the way the Mystics was playing offensively, is that's enough for them to have a victory like this. But yeah, man, this is really nothing you could point to on the Mystic side that you could say, all right, well, at least we checked that box off tonight. Yeah, like you said, man, they started out first quarter down 28-13, and yeah, and they just basically traded water the rest of the way. But that opening that opening quarter, they just got out to the wrong foot and could never regroup.
Yeah, and the first quarter, pretty much, I think I'll give it 6-17 mark. The Mystics were down 2, 11-9, and then it got ugly after that. Um, yeah, they just went on a hell of a run, and they obviously kept the Mystics to only 4 points after that. From the 6-17 mark, the Mystics only scored 4 points in the first quarter after that, and they went ahead and scored 17. So that 17-4 run, pretty much, as crazy as it sounds, that was the game in the first quarter because of the Mystics turnovers. They had 9 turnovers in the first quarter, and Portland scored 11 points off of those. I mean, th- this has been a wild season for the Mystics, and I've never seen a team beat themselves like this with turnovers. Um, Never. Like it's. I mean, every team have their rough patches where it's a few games they might just be up, but it's all season, man. It's all season, and the thing is, when they don't turn the ball over, they either in position to win or they win. When they turn the ball over, it's a wrap because they don't have the experience and know-how as a team. Certain players may have it, but they don't have the know-how and experience as a team to overcome that. Once they get down big, as you saw in the first quarter, they got down big, and the rest of the quarters were pretty close. You know what I'm saying? But that was just too wide of a gap.
Mhm.
I think that first quarter, and then make matters worse, you shoot 25% from the field in the first, and no threes, and you 5 of 7 from deep. I mean, from the free throw line. So yeah, it's just a microcosm of what we've been seeing, man. And you gotta give Portland a lot of credit, man. They scrappy. They don't. They're very patient offensively. Like they stress your defense like none other. Like they're gonna make you work. on rotations and switches, you better know what you're doing, or they're gonna take full advantage of it. And you know, it impacts your defense, it stresses your defense, it fatigues you. But then one thing, when you're not scoring the ball on offense, it puts more pressure on that end of the floor. Then you saw seeing players press and play out of character and trying to make hero plays, and then you get and that's how you lose the game. And that's pretty much what happened with Portland. From the first quarter on. You know what I mean? All they had to do was just stay consistent, not beat themselves and turn the ball over. They only had 11 turnovers. That basically was the Mystics' first quarter. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's tough to overcome, man. It is. You know what I mean? The Mystics did what they do with their front court. They always usually punish teams with the rebounding, 45, 30. But with that being said, nobody can score. I mean, that's the only thing they won offensively because they out rebounded them. Second chance points 15-6. But if they didn't win that, it'd have been tough. Points in the paint was even. Bench points, Portland 25-19. It literally just came down to the turnovers and their anemic offense. And one other glaring stat, Portland had 20 assists to the Mystics, 11. So once they got down big, one-on-one time, hero shots, quick shots, bad shots, and that just compounded. You play right into Portland hands because they don't play out of character. Liete, that's that Spanish point guard. I mean, not on that French point guard code. You know what I mean? So she understands how to run a team already, and the future's bright for her because she's already at that level as a youngin. It's only a matter of time before she really learn the league, and she really gonna be able to control things, and obviously getting a better jumper. She was over for just getting more consistent from that with the way she can control the game, facilitate, and she fights and competes on defense. She got a chance of being special, and look, we keep it real on this show, man. Right now, point guard is a weakness for the Mystics. We can't keep sugarcoating it. We gave her time. It's a glaring weakness. It is, man. There's always something on that with that position where it's a mismatch for opposing teams. Either defensively they're in a mismatch, or offensively they can't score, they can't shoot, and they can't facilitate. Consistently. Like Georgia, she led the team with 4 turnovers, man. She was a -19. And she only played 15 minutes as a result. As people look, you can see like her minutes when she not playing well, coach quick with it. We going elsewhere. But that puts more pressure on like Sonya, Anya Ware, and Flores, and a lot of these other guards that they have to be secondary ball handlers and facilitate. So yeah, man, it is. They got to clean some things up. It is what it is. But we at that point in time in the season where you are what you are, unless you have like drastic injuries or players that's been out and they coming back in the fold or something. If you've been pretty much healthy, which the Mystics have been for the most part, you are what you are, man. So they're a 500 team as we speak. Maybe they can go on a run to correct some things, but this turnover problem has been there all season. And I just don't see that changing. They got to prove us wrong, and I'm hoping they do. But you can only go by what you see time and time again. And until they get more poised, and shoot better and not beat themselves with turnovers and be more consistent defensively, you're just gonna have these up and down, stretches throughout the season till that season ends. And we hope it will end with them being in the playoffs, but if it's a down portion of the season where they lose too many games, it's close. They could be about it. So we'll see what happens. But with that being said, obviously, you gotta go to play the game.
I'm gonna go Carla Leite, man. 14-5, just the way she controlled the game. And then, like you said, that the disparity of point guard play at each team, that lent itself to the result. Georgia, 4 turnovers. Leite, she played a pretty clean game. 5 for 12 from the field, which is, that's fairly efficient. Just one shot off 50%. So, and she led the team in scoring. So yeah, I'll give her the nod tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. Control the game. 5 assists, no turnovers, plus 18, tenacious on defense. Pretty much made the Mystics point guard position a non-factor, both starting and backup. You know what I mean? So can't knock it. You know, she's special. She got a chance to be special in this league. The way she could do it as a youngin. And if her jumper comes along, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be ugly. So more power to her. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Your X factor of the game.
Portland defense, man. You hold the team to 29% and 9% from three. Like that's while also forcing 20 turnovers. Yeah, they had a lot of leeway to to not be at the top level they usually are on other aspects of the game with the way they they dominated on that end. So yeah, I'm gonna do an easy cop out, man. But yeah, they yeah, the way they controlled, the way they had the Mystics flustered, and then especially like you said, they pretty much put the lights out in the first quarter, and it started on the defensive end.
You know what, man? I'm gonna go with Sarah Ashley Barker. The wing, the guard, small forward, whatever you want to call it, out of Alabama, man. She put together a nice all around impactful game, man. You know, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, 4 7. She outplayed the All-Star on the Mystics. She outplayed her, you know, and that was a big reason why they won by the margin that they did, man. 2 or 3 from deep, 4 or 7 from the field. Oh shoot. I mean, 1 turnover, only thing she did wrong was she didn't make her only free throw. That's it. You know what I mean? Like she was on one, and the fact that she had 4 steals, but she led the game where you had a game high 4 steals. She was just disruptive in too many areas, man. And nobody in the Mystics could really, you know, bring that in, reel that in to slow her down. On top of that, man, and it was impactful in many ways, but it was under the radar, so to speak, because of what everybody else was doing and what Liete was doing. So, you know, definitely gotta give her props, man. She came to play, and for the Mystics, outside Shakira is 19 and 9 and 4, 2 blocks, 6 and 15, 7 and 9 from the line. Shoot, man, it seemed like everybody else already on All-Star break. You know what I mean? So that's how I look, man. But with that being said, we're gonna get to some of these comments, man. Okay, got a little bit spirited tonight. Area 11 236, Shakira would like some help. Hey, man, I'm pretty sure she's thinking the same thing, man. I'm pretty sure. Area 11 236, guard play was non-existent today. Yay. What you want us to say, man? I mean, we totally agree. Sometimes stats don't tell the whole story, but they damn sure don't lie. The numbers don't lie now. Because the stat line was crazy. It's crazy. Carlos Roberts, 8864. If you are the starting point guard, you keep having CC like turnovers. I'm assuming Caitlin Clark better at least get Caitlin Clark like points scored. I'm not trying to be funny, but lately, Caitlin Clark, you know what I mean? Points kind of similar. I mean, y'all pay attention. You know, you keeping it real, man. Caitlin Clark like production over the last time. I mean, I'm joking, but I get where you coming at when she really on her game, man. You know, she can bomb away, but nah, that's not even if they could play like Caitlin Clark, you know, Georgia, she could play like her or Flores. As you can see with the real Caitlin Clark, that's not a sustainable recipe for success, man. You can't get by with Hail Mary threes and you just can't win with a lot of turnovers from your point guard. I don't care how good you are, dog. There's no way you can make up for that and then be non-existent, be food on defense. You've given up too much, man. You've given up, man. It's a lot of work that need to be done from that position. It is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to give Georgia, we understand that's a brutal injury. Trying to give her all the chance in the world to rebound and find a rhythm. But this league is unforgiving. It's unforgiving, man, and it doesn't help that some potent point guards coming out next year's draft. So, and we don't know what's going to be with free agency with the new salary cap. It's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be some highly attractive point guards in that mix too, in that draft, in that free agent pool. So, yeah, she better. Something better click quick. That's all because that position has been an issue all season, and there's no other way of putting it. Area 11, 236 back-to-back games of our favorite version of Sonya. What is with this Sonya negativity, man? Jeez, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? She had a couple bad games, man. What's going on? After a stretch, she was carrying the team, but I don't understand where the Sonya hate coming from, man. What's going on, man? But yeah, she got to find her game. But I think she's an all-star. The focal point, like she's attracting a lot of attention. Like think about every game you come in, whoever their top perimeter defender is, she's seeing that, and she's seeing a double team. Now, with that being said, I hate to keep going here. That's where trying to be nice with my words, a solid point guard is very necessary because they can find her and get her going, get her a rhythm, get her good shots without having her work so much to try to get shots. They can make her life easier. And right now, that's not the case because guess what? Whoever's going on a point guard, they could just come trap her because you with us. That's basically what it is. It's tough. So you got to take that into account while she's struggling. Even Kiki, this was just crazy. Her go 1 for 8, 2 points. Yeah, that's not Kiki at all. So, but again, when there's one position on the floor where especially good defensive team or scrappy one and physical, where they feel like we don't have to worry about that position, yeah, we're going to double whoever else we think is a threat and try to make that life hell. So the only way you can kind of open things up, Georgia got to start hitting shots, Flores got to start hitting shots. Simple as that, man. Area 11, T36. Also feel like it's time to have a real talk about Sonya's three ball because she's actually throwing missiles at the rim. Half these misses hitting the backboard. Ray, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it is a sharp decline from last season. I think she's only shooting 27% from three this year. But you know, it is some factors to that. Of course, she's got to shoot better. But yeah, the defense that she's seeing is contributing to that. And also, like you brought up, you know, it's that much harder when you have to create everything yourself. You know, with the point guard play not being as solid as it needs to be, and of course that's not an excuse. But you know, basketball 5-on-5 for a reason. You know, and every moving part affects each other. So yeah, I think as the team improves, she'll improve. But even still, she still has some great games this season, but it has been up and down. So yeah, man, they just got to figure it out on all fronts.
No doubt, she got to hit shots. You know what I'm saying? That's part of being an all-star. You're going to have to hit tough shots consistently. That's what the job requires when you have those credentials on your resume, which she's earned. But you also got to, again, take into account, no disrespect. You know, Georgia, basically a rookie point guard trying to figure it out in a tough league at that position. And, you know, Flores as well. Last year, she had Brittany Sykes at point. It's a lot of space because they got to worry about her. It's a totally different thing. Now, ain't no space. She get the ball, somebody pressuring her, and there's one already inching over as soon as she look up to see what's going on. That window is different this year, and that's what you're seeing. So, yeah, man. And if you don't believe me, look at the tempo. Marina Mabrey bombing away, torching people. Sykes go down, different ball game. That's all it's a connection, man. Point guard position. It's the quarterback on the basketball court. It's very important, man. And if you're not a threat, if you can't get players shots and get them their shots and rhythm when they're open, that small window when it's open, especially at the pro level, it's going to be tough because you got to try to force everything over, I think, and other pros. And I think people don't understand that. They're playing against other pros that are good too. That got scouting reports, that know your game, that played against you. Like, it's tough. So, yes, it's a great thing to have somebody that can make your job easier to help you get easier shots. And the Mystics just don't have that right now. They just don't. They haven't had it all season. Last question. Oh, there's more. We got a few more. All right, next one. Area 11, T37. We'll get to a few more. We're going to get up out of here. But this game is the exact one the Mystics can't have. Lack of normal paint dominance and no outside shooting for a non-shooting team.
Yeah, they can't play like this. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, man. Like you kind of staying obvious, my man. No doubt. I mean, a lot of things got to change. Carlos Roberts, 88. You're right. I'm just frustrated with our point guard play, and Lucy doesn't get her chance. Or Rory, But I think, look, man, it's tough on small point guards. There's a reason why a lot of small point guards haven't dominated in this league. It's tough. But they got to figure it out. They really do. Because they can only go so far without the point guard position improving. The play from the point guard position improving. There's no getting around that. Area 11T, it feels like we've also just went away from some of our most effective lineups because we was winning when Lucy was logging minutes. Yeah, I mean, you got a point, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know she hurt. We don't know what's going on. And we don't know what's going on in practice. Maybe one of the youngest are busting her up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that happens. Like, we got a high draft pick. We need to develop them. So put her in front. She got more upside. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Carlos Roberts, we're playing 4 versus 5 almost every game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Area 11, T36. Nah, Mary still torture team. She ain't torching the Mystics the other night. Just saying. So, yeah, it's been hit or miss when Sykes on the floor. But my point is, when you got a talented floor general like that, primary ball handler that can get it done like that, it opens things up for you. Makes your job easier. Now, them doubles don't come as quick. Now it's just ISO. And now I can do what I do. I got space to roam because they got to pick and choose. And then when they start focusing on you because you torching, you getting buckets and whatnot, now you can be a playmaker. And now things are opening up for Sykes or whoever else or down there, man. That's just how the game goes. You just take what the defense gives you. You know what I'm saying? You playing chess, so to speak. But right now they playing checkers, and then they playing a bad brand of checkers. Because right now it's just like, hey, we gotta go through the bigs. Hope Sonya can hit enough shots. If not, and don't turn the ball over. If not, we lose. Simple as that, man. And that's just not a good recipe. But with that being said, man, thank y'all for the comments and tuning in, man. I believe they have another game. Let me check in a couple days. Yep, the 18th. They will be on the road against the Golden State Valkyries. Good Lord, damn, this shit brutal. Hopefully they better get their minds right because you about to go on and the Lions Den like none other. About to go in the Lions Den, so they better get their mind right, or it's gonna be worse than this, man. But with that being said, man, we'll check back with y'all on Saturday for another episode of Mrs. Outlook. Appreciate y'all guys for joining us.